different today. I'm going to let you in on a little weekend treat that I sometimes give myself. If I've had a particularly busy week or I'm feeling a little down, I like to go to one of the local kind of cheap and cheerful stores, you know, like a Claire's or an Arden's or one of those stores that sells lots of fun jewelry and simple little clothes and stuff, and sometimes shoes. And I like to get their surprise bags, and they look something like this. I'm sure you guys probably have them at the different stores that you have near you. Surprise bags are nothing new. They've been around for ages, and they're a neat way for a shop to kind of move their stock without actually having to send it back to the factory for, you know, recycling. So you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. You can pick up the bag and, you know, feel it and stuff. But I like to get these and bring them home and do what I call restyling. So you don't always know what you're going to get, and sometimes you don't necessarily like what comes out of the bag, but there can be different ways to use some of the stuff that you find in a surprise bag. And not just surprise bags. I know sometimes you guys get a gift from, you know, someone in the family and you don't want to be rude, and so you say thank you very much, but you're thinking to yourself, when am I going to, you know, wear this or use this? So I thought I would just show you some of the ways that I like to restyle some of the things that come into my world. And usually it's through a surprise bag. So I haven't obviously opened this yet. So I'm going to open it, and I'm going to sort of break it into three different categories. There's going to be stuff that I instantly like and don't want to touch. There's going to be stuff that I might want to give away to one of my friends, because I have friends that do this with me too. And then I've got stuff that will sort of be restyled or could use restyling. So I've got three different categories. So let's find out what's in this. Okay. All right, first thing. Okay. These are knee-high socks. I probably won't touch them at all. The only thing that I would do to add to this is maybe a little bow right at the top. So if I'm wearing sort of one of my shorter skirts, they don't get too short, but I do have skirts that go just to my knee, and a couple of little bows at the top of this will be something that I'll probably add. And I'll show you what I mean near the end of the video. So that I will put in the halfway between I love it and a little bit of restyling required. So that goes into that pile. And I know I just about pulled it. Oh, what's this? Oh, more socks. Okay, I love socks. Who doesn't love socks? And I also love this color, like a whole lot. So same thing, because they're shorter, I might add like a little bow or a little bit of beading around the top, especially if I think they might be seen over a pair of my shoes that I'm going to wear since we're heading into the fall. So you know you're not quite wearing things that completely cover your legs and your ankles. So I might restyle, I might just leave them as is. So I'm going to put them in the same category as the previous socks. So possible restyling, possibly just leave it alone. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, a hair clip. These have so many potentials for restyling or just leaving it alone. And the cool thing about these kinds of clips, especially the ones that have the holes in it, and I'll see, you can sort of see that. This has got sort of styling holes in it. You can create extras that clip on or tie into these things, and they can be removed. So for example, if you feel like wearing just a plain clip in your hair, you can just wear the plain clip. And I love the tortoiseshell clips because, especially with my hair color, they blend right in, so they can be really, really subtle. But if you want to put something really crazy in your hair, you can tie or clip something into these teeth clips, and they can be temporarily added. So this is something that will also sit in the potential restyling, potentially leave it is pile. But I'll show you what I mean by tie-ins near the end of the video. So that's another good find. So far this has been a pretty good bag. Let's see, what else have I got here? Oh. What's this? What's this? Oh my, okay. Let's see if I can So these are a humongous pair of earrings. These are actually pretty cool. They're metal, and they're half moons, and they're sort of silver. Now, I love that bohemian gypsy look, and I wear that look quite often. In fact, these would go really, really nicely with the dress I've got on right now. So I will not touch these. These are going to go in my, these are just fine, leave them alone pile, and I will definitely be wearing those sometime this week. So that's 4 out of 6. That's a pretty good bag so far. Very excited. Okay, second last thing. What's this? What's this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's so cute! Holy cow! Look, it's a little anklet. It's an ankle bracelet. Ankle bracelets are awesome. Obviously, you can wear them around your ankles, but you can also add them as jewelry to things like a cloak or a little capelet. So if you wear like a little capelet or shawl that you've made yourself, you can clasp these across the front of your capelet, and it's a sweet little decoration, and it also helps keep your capelet or your shawl in place. So I'm not even going to touch that. That is adorable. I love stars. Obviously, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I wear them on my face. I crochet them into things. I love stars. So that's just about the prettiest little thing. That is such a great find. Okay, so that's 5 things out of a potential 6 surprise bag. This was a great bag. Okay, one last thing. Oh my gosh. I love the colors. Wow. Okay, so this is a hairband. Hairbands, as you know, especially the elastic ones, are too much for my head. I get a headache about 5 minutes into wearing one of these things. Now, I love the color, and I love the flower that's on it, but this is definitely going to get recycled or restyled into another project. So I'm not exactly sure yet what, but I do have an idea. In fact, I'm going to show you my idea at the end of the video. So that is 6 things out of a surprise bag that actually I really like. So the socks are great, the clip is great, the earrings I love, the bracelet or the anklet is super cute, and this is definitely going to get upcycled into something else. So this sits in its own little category. Now, the best part about these little surprise bags is that you can buy one, and you can also buy, at least at this store, 2 for $5. So I have a second surprise bag. So that was the first 6. Let's see how I did with the next 6. All right. First thing. Oops. Attached to other things. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Cherry socks. These are adorable, and these are going to be worn with my bright yellow cardigan. It's actually chartreuse, but my bright yellow cardigan that I made the cherry applique for. So I don't have to do anything to these unless I want to add a pair of little tiny crochet cherries right at the top. These are probably ankle-high socks, so I probably won't do much to them, especially if I want to keep the profile of the top of them low. But I mean, how cool is that? Cherries on my feet to match my cherry cardigan, and I'll show you what I mean by that at the end of the video. I've got a cute little pairing. I'll pair that up with my little cherry cardigan. Actually, that chartreuse color almost goes with that green, so that's going to be a really cute pairing. I'm totally excited about wearing those. So another pair of socks. This is really doing well. Okay, this thing it was attached to. I'm going to pull it out. Oh my, it's attached to a whole bunch of things. Come with me. Get out. Don't ruin my surprises. Okay. Okay, what is this? I think, oh my gosh, they're headbands. They're really, really skinny headbands, a whole bunch of them, in rainbow colors. Okay, I love the fact that it's rainbow colors, and I love the fact that they're sparkly, but I don't wear elasticy headbands. So I'm thinking that these are either going to wind up as bracelets, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and you can add other little things to it, tie things in like tie-ins, and I'll show you what I mean by tie-ins, but that is definitely going in my repurpose or restyling pile. So far, 2 elastic headbandy things in the restyling pile. Next, oh, another pair of socks. Oh, how pretty. Pair of socks with a little bit of bling bling on them in a nice mulberry color. I don't have a whole lot of mulberry, and I have only a handful of things that kind of have that blingy thing going on. These are pretty, but I think I'm going to put these in my re-gifting pile. So this is sort of the pile that I swap out with all of my girlfriends when we do this. We have a little pile of extras, and anything we're not totally in love with, we bring to the restyling party and we swap about. So I think I'm going to put that in the re-gifting category. So that'll sit right here. And let's see. I'll put that in there. Oh my gosh, awesome. Mini clips. Oh, I love these things. Okay, if you've got tiny hair like me, I've got really, really thin hair, you'll know how totally useful these mini clips are. And these little mini clips have a single, so because they're I think they're called alligator clips, they kind of like, they open up and chomp, kind of like this one, only they're the miniature version. They have this, you can see it better on this, they have this small piece around the middle that the coil runs through. So you can use that as the area for your tie-in if it doesn't have these little simple holes. And having a whole pile of these things, especially in black and tortoiseshell, super helpful, super handy. Great for keeping your hair in place, also really fun for clasping together shawls or using as clips for other things on top of clothing. So if you've got a shawl or a little cardigan on and you don't want to put a pin in it, sometimes this is a lot gentler. See the little teeth? These little teeth are a lot gentler on hand crocheted articles than a safety pin or a diaper pin or something with a sharp metal point. So you can tie something like a cute little applique that you've made into the top of the clip and then just clip it into the actual crochet of your scarf or your shawl or the cardigan that you've made. So these are really handy, not just for your hair, but also for clipping little things like extra little brooches and stuff to your clothing, especially the crochet and the knitwear, because you don't really want to damage it. You don't want anything pulling on it. So that is actually super handy. I'm going to put that in my restyling category just because I'll probably end up using them as parts for other projects and not necessarily in my hair. Still really useful. What's this? What's this? Oh, cute! Little earrings! Oh my gosh, this is really great. Okay, I'm not even going to touch these. These are darling. I wear tons of tiny little earrings, especially sparkly ones, and these ones are little flowers. They're so cute. So yeah, that's going in my totally awesome not touching it pile, and I'm going to clean those up, and I'm definitely going to be wearing those this week. That's a really cute little thing. I love those. Okay, what else I got? What's this? It's empty. Is there anything in here? Oh wait, what's this? Oh my gosh, oh, it's another little, how cute. Okay, this fell off its card, but it is another little ankle bracelet, and it's a flying bird. And I love that too, so I'm not going to touch it. It's going to go in my perfectly fine don't touch it pile. I'm totally keeping that as well. Anklets are so delicate. They look so pretty around your ankle. They're more often a summery thing, obviously, but like I said, you can also use them as simple little clasps. And you can even like hook them together and wear two of them as a necklace if you like. But I think that's really pretty, so I'm not going to touch it. Oh my gosh, look at, that's the top of it. It's so pretty. You can see it's like little feathers and stuff. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Is that all 6 items? I think it is. All right. So 12 items. Pretty good haul. And now I'm going to show you some of the cute little things you can do to some of this stuff to completely make it your own or restyle it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some of the really cute ways, quick and simple, that you can use some of the stuff you get in a surprise bag or maybe even a gift you're not so sure about, and you can restyle it into something that you would be happy to wear. So first, let me show you these socks. So here are my ankles, or my knee-high socks. I love Argyle. I think these are adorable, and turquoise is one of my favorite colors. So I really scored with these socks. However, you can always make something cuter. So I've put really sweet little simple crocheted bows at the top. And what's even cooler is that they're just safety pinned in. So you can remove them if you want. You can take them off if you want to wash your socks. You can always sew them to the top too if you want. But safety pins are great. It makes something kind of temporary, and you can swap in and out your bows if you like too. So that is a cute little crocheted sort of accent for an already cute pair of socks. So socks made cuter. Then, you remember my cute little cherry socks that I got. I, in a previous tutorial, showed you how to make a really cute cherry applique. And I put my cherry applique onto my chartreuse cardigan. This is a short cardie. I had it and I needed to just freshen it up a little bit for the fall because it was kind of getting old. So I added these cute little cherries to it, and now I've actually got matching socks to go with it. So that was a real score, and I'm excited about that. And I'm actually considering making a skirt now with big cherry pockets, but anyway, that is just a really lucky pairing, so I'm excited about that. Next, a tie-in. So this is what I mean by a tie-in. Here is a simple crocheted flower with a button center that I made quite a while ago, and it was just sort of one of those extra flowers I had lying around. I really like it and I think it's pretty, but I wasn't really sure what to do with it. I didn't really want to turn it into a brooch, although I could have, but I just sort of had it lying around in my make-ahead stash. So I have tied it to the tortoise clip that I got. So and I put it in with bright pink embroidery floss so you could sort of see what I meant. I ran the tie through the button and then tied it to the clip. So the button is holding the flower to the clip in the center. And that, I mean, you can always, if you want to make it a little more permanent, you can always clip down the threads. But I like how I can untie this and take it off again later. But in the meantime, if I have my hair back, I can clip this into my hair and have a really soft and sweet, romantic kind of look with this soft crocheted flower in my hair. And a little bit of bling in the center, because I like that button. So that is a tie-in, and you can tie in just about anything to your clips, especially when they have this open space. So that was really cool. And now, another little admission. I love hats. I have lots of hats, and I've been collecting hats since I was rather small. And my favorite place to find hats are secondhand stores. So this is a really cool fedora I found years and years and years ago, and I took all of the ribbons off of the brim of it, and every once in a while I like to put something fresh on, and I cannot believe how absolutely perfect this flower on an elastic band, so this headband worked out as a new hat band for my hat. I think that is so fresh, and it looks really nifty for the fall. I love the color of this aqua with my chocolate brown fedora, and I don't know if you can tell, but I also put a couple of those shiny headbands that I got, the little sparkly ones, along the bottom. So there's a little hint of green and sparkle just running underneath the aqua, and I think that that looks pretty cool. So that is it for this fun little edition. I thought I would share with you guys some of the things I like to do just to sort of perk myself up at the end of the week. And it's kind of a neat, quick way to get a craft fix and use some of the odd little bits and pieces that you crochet that you might have in your stash. So grab yourself a little surprise bag from anywhere and open it up, split it up. If there's something you think a friend might like, make sure your friend gets it. If there's something that you think is perfect, don't touch it. And if there's something else you think needs a little bit of restyling, well then restyle. Grab your crochet hook, grab your scissors and your glue sticks and whatever else you might have running around, and turn it into something that you'd be happy to wear that'll be different the next day you have to go out. So I will be wearing this on Monday. That's it for this week, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you again very soon on the Jayda InStitches show for a tutorial or a quick tip or an in the know or who knows what. We don't. Bye, everybody. Have fun. Stay crafty, and we'll see you really soon.